This is a very timely relaunch of a very important institution. And I must say the Britain Palestine Project carries a lot of meaning for us at this particular point of time. It is linking the historic responsibility of Britain, Great Britain, on the issue and the cause of Palestine, the Balfour Declaration, and what followed. There is a moral, legal, political responsibility of this country. And this is not by way of attaching or placing guilt, but by way of seeking leadership and statesmanship.
British recognition of Palestine as a state is both morally right and firmly in our national interest. Recognising Palestinian statehood is not in any way anti-Israel. It simply affirms the equal rights of both Palestinians and Israelis. It would be truly shameful for Britain to withhold recognition any longer when statehood is the long overdue birthright of every Palestinian child. The United Kingdom was a midwife at the birth of Israel, and as a permanent member of the UN Security Council, we must now lead international efforts on this vital issue. It is this focus on British historical responsibility and commitment to advocating for British leadership that made the old Balfour Project and the new Britain Palestine Project important and their work urgent.
The Balfour Project, as we used to be known, was proud to be a home for adherents to all the major monotheistic faiths, as well as those persons of no faith, all of whom were deeply concerned about the conflict in the Holy Land and wanted to work for change. Under our new name, Britain Palestine Project, we shall be equally resolute in maintaining our commitment to inclusiveness and non-partisanship. The new name implies no disrespect to Israel or to Israelis. While we may be, rightly, critical of its actions in the occupied Palestinian territory, we continue to support the right to exist of the State of Israel. The name change reaffirms our primary focus, which is on Britain's role, past and present, in what was the mandate territory of Palestine, the homes of two people who must in future enjoy both equal rights and equality of security. Unfortunately, long-standing policies of separation and the division of the Palestinian people in their ancient homeland have been so destructive to their cause of self-determination, deliberately so, I would argue, and equally bad for the long-term well-being of Israelis. Today, we're taking a big new step in our demands of the government to be bolder, play a leadership role, and uphold international law fully when it comes to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, just as it's doing over Ukraine. Now we hope to mobilize a large number of our fellow citizens from across the spectrum, politically and socially, around 5 demands of the government. These are: recognize Palestine now. 2, insist on maintaining Palestinian territorial integrity, reunifying Gaza with the West Bank and East Jerusalem. 3, endorse and implement the ICJ's advisory opinion on the illegality of the occupation. We continue to wait on the government's decision on this front. 4, defend the International Criminal Court and its staff, notably Karim Khan KC, its British prosecutor, from coercion and intimidation. It has been shocking to see the intimidation of him without so much as a public comment from our government. Finally, work with partners for a peaceful end to the occupation, enabling Palestinian self-determination to take place, hopefully, in the near future.
The name change comes at the right time. The very structures of international law are being ignored. They're being trampled on. It's hard now to see a road back to the rule-based international system, but the UK has a central role to play in getting us back to that road. We relaunch as the Britain Palestine Project to help with that journey. Our core purpose remains the same: to hold Britain accountable for its historic responsibilities and advocate for a just, secure and equitable future for both Palestinians and Israelis. The UK now has a responsibility to deliberately and rightly recognise the principle of self-determination for the millions of Palestinians who, despite of everything, still inhabit that ancient land.
The new name highlights Britain's ongoing responsibility towards Palestinians, correcting misunderstandings about Britain's role and reinforcing our commitment to justice, equality and human rights. And at a time when international law faces unprecedented challenges globally, the renaming signals clearly that Britain must lead by example, particularly on Palestine. What we need is some stronger action. We need recognition. We need action on settlements. We need things to happen now because so much suffering is happening in Gaza and now in the West Bank as well. And so many long-felt historic grievances are there and need to be addressed. There are certain immediate actions we, I think, are right to demand from the government. One is recognition. One is sanctions on illegal settlements and a halt to all UK involvement with settlement activity. And that includes, obviously, trade in goods and services. That we uphold and defend international law. We've heard about that through the ICC and also through the ICJ rulings, particularly the advisory opinion. Our Prime Minister has shown extraordinary world leadership on Ukraine. We should work together to ensure that we show a similar leadership on Palestine, where we have an even clearer historic obligation.